Pine Belt Country B95. Besides all of the other stuff going on, there's a pretty exciting event. If you were a teenager in the Laurel area back in the day, you pretty much lived at Phillips Drive-In, and there's a PDI reunion coming up Saturday night, tomorrow night. And to speak to us, we'll start off with Mr. Ken Keys. Ken, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Everything's great.
Tell us what. Now, I guess were you one of the teenagers who used to hang out at PDI?
Oh yeah. Myself and Ron Jarvis and Mickey Merrill here and Gary Thornton and a whole host of folks were raised at PDI, as
Absolutely.
I call it.
Love that place. Love that place. So, Mickey, how are you involved in our event coming up here tomorrow?
Been going to PDI since I was 12 years old. Had a paper route on South Magnolia, and I finished a paper route and come back to PDI. And,
all right.
It was just, Ken and I were talking about it earlier. It's like Laurel's American Graffiti.
Absolutely, it's like Mel's Burger City from the movie.
That's correct.
That's the only way. That's the only way to describe it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing because everybody through about 3 or 4 decades, and there's new people coming up now, but 3 or 4 decades, there's no question about it.
On the Friday nights after the football games back in the day, how many cars do you think were circling that block?
If you didn't get a parking place, really, like right after school at 3:30, if you didn't back your car in there and claim you didn't get a parking place.
You had to claim it at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah. That's what you do. You'd have somebody take you to PDI, your car, park it, and then leave.
You go to the game, then come back, and then you did.
You'd have your parking spot.
I see.
And Saturday night wasn't a lot better.
Yes, yeah. I can imagine so. So what are we doing? Obviously, what we're trying to do is recreate the vibe of the day when everybody would crowd there after the football games, after the fair, that kind of stuff. And you're going to do that Saturday night. You're going to have a band. You're going to have a classic car show. Tell me, Mickey, what all we're going to be seeing?
It's a literal reunion. It's a virtual reunion.
Okay.
It's the only way to describe it. It's not a reunion of a year. It's a reunion of decades.
Okay.
You've got people that are just we desperately are trying to get somebody from Washington State that basically lived at PDI.
All right.
But we've got people coming from California, Texas,
wow,
Illinois, Indiana,
wow,
Florida. I mean, we've got them coming from all over.
I understand.
Because we started this out on a website called a Facebook site called Old Laurel Mississippi Memories.
Okay.
And one of the common things it had on that was, man, what I'd give for a PDI number 3, or what I'd give for a PDI chili hot dog.
Oh, there we go.
And I'll run my mouth too much.
No. I mean,
it's that kind of thing. But so we set a different site, and somebody said, well, why don't we just have a reunion?
There you go.
And then Ken kind of took it from there and went nuts.
Yeah, Alan Jones and David Hayes actually sort of came up and said, what about a reunion? And then, we kicked it off from there. This is our 3rd year.
Yes.
And I think we had about 1,200 people last year. It was very big.
That filled up 2 city blocks there. Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah. We block off South Magnolia and Adams Street there, so there's plenty of room for the car show, plenty of room for parking, and like I said, it's going to be an event that you don't want to miss.
The band we got again this year is the Untouchables,
right?
And they opened for the Animals when the Civic Center was here back in the '60s. They played some great '60s music, so it's just a good deal.
Love that stuff. All right, so you'll be safe because you're right down from the cop shop.
Oh yeah.
Well, of course, half the police department's going to show up there as patrons, aren't they?
Well, we've got security, but I mean, we've never had a problem with it.
No,
it is one of those really great things. There's not been a single issue in the 2. This is the 3rd year. There's not been a single issue we've had.
One of our old policemen, Joe Perrette, been retired probably 25 years.
Right.
He's in uniform, patrolling PDI like he did when we were kids.
He was the guy. He was the guy at the time, right?
He kept law and order.
I understand.
If you weren't an adult, he would pour your adult beverage out in front of you.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh boy. We've all. That's a scene been oft repeated, hasn't it? Yeah.
In addition to that, Hellfighters, the Christian Motorcycle Ministry, is going to be open.
I see their van. Running around town.
The full hours that we are, and open house, and you can view some beautiful motorcycles. Richard Hedrick and his crew has been so supportive of us, supplying us power and a band for the trailer for the band, and just can't thank him enough to tell you that.
So you spread out. You're going to be at PDI and partly across the street there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I understand.
We do things a little differently to pay for the band. We got something that we call peanuts for the band. So we boil peanuts from Mitchell Farms, and then we sell them, and that's how we pay
Mitchell
for the
Farms
band.
boiled peanuts. Well, that's a delicacy.
That's correct.
The people from California and Washington State are going to be grabbing bags of those to take back home because you can't get them there.
We're going to boil all of them tonight, and they'll still be warm tomorrow.
Man. Soft and salty.
Oh, yeah, they'll be warm, too. We'll have them on ice chest.
There you go. That's it. That's the way to go. All right, the PDI reunion. Things get underway a little after 5 o'clock on Saturday evening.
If you got a car that you're going to put in the car show, and it's open to all years of cars, hot rods, motorcycles, we're going to block the street at 5 o'clock. Okay. So, to claim the best parking place, you need to be there at 5. Right. And I think the band actually starts at 7.
Is there an entry fee or anything for the
It's
for
free.
The cars?
Everything's free.
Okay,
Everything's free.
All right. Now I'm assuming PDI is open selling food, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, very good. Because I wouldn't want to go all that way and not get like the fries or something at the very least. All right, the PDI reunion really officially kicks off at 5:30 tomorrow night. Classic Car Show. They're lining up at 5. Please bring a lawn chair. The band, The Untouchables, as you said. Mickey was saying the opening act for Eric Burdon and the Animals back in the day. And come meet PD. Is this the PDI character?
We have a mascot this year.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what it's a walking milkshake cup.
I think
or
so, yeah.
I see. I love that. All right. PDI reunion, downtown Laurel. You cannot miss it. Fabulous cars, fabulous times. Reunite yourself with your friends coming up tomorrow night in Laurel at the Phillips Drive-In. Very good. Ken, Mickey, thank you so much for dropping by.
Thank you for your support.